2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee overheating issues. In my last video I replaced the thermostat. That didn't help. So this is my air filter. So I obviously have a brand new one. I'm gonna put that in. Real easy to do. Boom, done. $15, and it eliminates one problem. Next, I am going to drain all my radiator fluid. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is open this up. We need a little wrench. While we're letting that drain, we're gonna come up here and I'm gonna open up this and I'm gonna open up this. You can hear it there. It's just finishing up draining. Next, what I'm going to do is turn this around here so you can see. I'm going to disconnect this hose at the bottom there, drain some more fluid out of there. I'm going to let that drain completely first. Okay, while that's draining, I'm going to pull out my thermostat and just make sure I put it on right. Watching some videos, they showed a little dot on the inside. Once you get it off, I'll show you. It has to be on the top. And I want to make sure I put it on right. So we're gonna take this screw out. It's an 8mm. Doesn't look like there's any fluid in here, or it would have started coming out by now. Once that's done draining down there, I can use that pan. So let me give it a few more minutes, let it finish up draining, and then I'll pull out this other screw and pop out this thermostat. I could probably sit here all day and let it drip out, so that's good enough for me. Put that back in. You don't want to forget to put that in when you refill it up with new fluid. It's finger tight because it's only plastic. Alright, now we can finish taking off our thermostat. Make sure I put that in correctly. like I said earlier, using an 8mm socket. Thermostats are super easy to replace. There it is. Pops right off just like that. And it does have the hole I was talking about. That has to be located on the top. So what they did is they put this little tab in right here. That's supposed to fit specifically right there. I did not do that last time, so I'm glad I took this off. It fits right in there nice and snug now. You can see that. That might have been my problem. Chances I put that in right are slim to none, because I just pushed it in last time, not knowing it went in a certain way. You don't want to tighten up one side more than the other. So I just finger tight it both, give them a nice little snug. Now the thermostat is in correctly. What I want to do now is I'm going to pull this hose down here. Just make sure that there's no fluid left anywhere in between there and the thermostat. I'm gonna move that clamp up a little bit so I can pull it off. That wasn't off yet, perfect. And that should be the rest of the fluid. Should be nothing left in the radiator or in any hoses. So now I know there's nothing left. I can squeeze this hose and I can hear that. And my radiator is telling me it's empty. I'm probably gonna have to bleed it, which when I do, so this here takes a 50 Torx, 50. Just take that off there, fill it up with fluid till it tops it off. Might take a whole quart, but it's still draining a little bit. I'm gonna give it a few minutes till it stops dripping completely. So I have the radiator flushed out, all the hoses emptied, thermostat put in right. Now it's time to fill it up. Make sure all your plugs are in, all your hoses are hooked up. What I'm using is this Xerox concentrate. So you mix 1 gallon with 2 liters of water, which I have ready right there. I'm just gonna pour this directly into your radiator. About perfect amount. That's where I'm going to fill it up to. And make sure it's going to be mixed up. And there it is, the T50 Torx. That's what I'm going to use to take off that and bleed my radiator. Sounds good. Sounds better than it did before. Oh, I need my 3/8 ratchet drive. Don't mind my messy garage. I haven't had time to clean it lately. I better get a funnel for this. All right, well that should have gave it enough time to cool off. What I'm gonna do now is add my coolant right there. Should be it. Yep. Okay, now that you can see that it's full, I'm going to crack this again. Yeah, let me get the cap on it first. All right. Now I'll start the motor. Okay, that was full. Do I'm going to crack this open again, make sure it's full. It is. If it starts going down, then I'll have to start filling it up. So far, everything seems to be full. I'm going to add some more right to the block right here. See all the bubbles that are coming out there. That's why you're bleeding it. Once all the air bubbles stop, I can top it off. And hopefully I have heat. Okay, so I drained my radiator. I drained my fluids out of all my hoses. The radiator, that is. I checked my thermostat. I made sure it was put in the right way. I filled up my reservoir with 50-50. Actually, I used the concentrate and mixed it myself. I filled up the radiator and I bled it. The engine's warmed up to temp. Let's see if I'm getting heat. Oh, well, there we go. Now we're getting heat. All right. Heat at idle. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Still, let's take it for a drive. I'll go to my mom and dad's, use my dad's air compressor, fill up one of my tires. You can see there it's low. Must have a little leak in it because it does that about every 3 or 4 months. I took it in. They said they put a plug in it, but it's still doing it, so I might have to take it in, have it patched a second time. They're practically brand new tires. So. It's nice to have heat again, though. Alright, so it sounds good. And this is the tire that's gonna need some air in it, so see what Dad's got here. Oh, that will work perfect. Well, that wasn't good. Shit. Well, that'll explain why I was losing air in my tire. See if I have a spare. Great. No spare either. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another. Let's see if Mom or Dad have a spare tire, but let's see if Mom does. That'll work. That should work for now. Well, that's not the right size. Dad's always good for a beer. Oh yeah. Perfect. So my son is coming over with a jack, our 1/2-inch Milwaukee impact wrench,